everyone, welcome back to the Sunny in London YouTube channel. I'm Sunny and this is a Florida girl's guide to finding sun and fun in London. Now there isn't a person in town who doesn't know that J.K. Rowling's two-part play Harry Potter and the Cursed Child is the hottest ticket in town to have. Since I haven't been able to score a ticket to that show yet, I wanted to do something Harry Potter themed so once again I could be a part of the Harry Potter mania in London. I've already been twice to the Warner Brothers Harry Potter tour, and I've also been to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter in Orlando at Universal Studios. So I wanted to do something a little bit different this time. When I was online, I found Brit Movie Tours offers a 3-hour bus tour around London where you can visit sets and locations that were used in all of the films. Although I think I was the only person on the tour who lives in London, I still really enjoyed it because I found that a lot of things that they showed us on the tour were locations I walked by pretty regularly and had no idea that they were used in the movies. So join me for a couple minutes as we hit some of the highlights of the Harry Potter bus tour in London. We were told to arrive outside Temple Station and look for someone holding a wand. We boarded the bus and headed east down the Strand, which eventually turned into Fleet Street. The first thing that was pointed out to us on the bus is 2 Temple Place, which served as the exterior for Gringotts Bank. Our tour guide pointed out a few more locations to us, and then we made our first stop where we got off the bus at Leadenhall Market. And it was there that we were able to see one of 2 exteriors that were used for the Leaky Cauldron in the movies. We got back on the bus and made our next stop at Borough Market. Following our tour guide with his wand, we were walked to the location that was used for Tom the barman to take Harry to the cauldron. Our next stop was at the Millenium Bridge, and just before we arrived, our tour guide showed us through video monitors on the bus the scene from Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince where the Death Eaters attack people who are crossing the Millenium Bridge in London. Our tour guide also told us about the actual history of the Millenium Bridge, which was nicknamed the Wobbly Bridge because if too many people walk across it at once, it actually does wobble. We were then given a chance to test this out ourselves, and you can tell by my footage, it is kind of wobbly. Crossing a few more bridges and heading to the north side of the river, we then ended up at Great Scotland Yard. It was at this point we were all given a chance to reenact scenes from the Deathly Hallows. Some people were a little nervous and shy at first, but after a little time, people got used to being movie stars themselves on the street. We then made our way to King's Cross, which was going to be our final stop on the tour. On the way, we went through Bloomsbury and learned about several other locations that were used for the movie, and then we made it to that famous platform 9 3/4 at King's Cross Station. Once we arrived, our tour guide gave us the real story behind what platform was actually used for the movie. You'll have to read my blog post about the tour to find this part out. Once we finished this, we were taken to a special area of King's Cross Station where anyone can wait in line and try to get to platform 9 3/4. I didn't want to wait in the 1-hour queue, especially since I already had a similar picture from my experience at the Warner Brothers studios in London, but it looked like a lot of people were having a lot of fun trying. Finally, just like any tour that you go on, there was a gift shop at the end. Even though the tour takes 2 to 3 hours depending on traffic in London, you actually only get off the bus to see about 5 or 6 different things. I enjoyed the tour because the times that we were on the bus, we were shown clips to prepare us for the locations that we were going to see, and we also learned really interesting movie trivia about all of the films that were made. I'll share just some of the movie trivia that we learned on the 3-hour tour in my blog post. I'll leave links to all the Harry Potter features I've included on the blog. One that might be particular interest to you is my comparison of the Warner Brothers studio tour in London to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter experience at Universal Studios. And yes, they both serve the same recipe for butterbeer. If you want to stay updated on the Sunny news for things to do in London, which includes events, attractions, travel advice, hotel information, and of course restaurants, pubs, and afternoon teas, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and go to sunnyinlondon.com where you can find a guide to London that includes highlights of all my favorite experiences in London. You can find me on social media if you have an urgent question that you'd like to ask, or you just want to see regular updates about what's hot in London. Thanks again for watching.